and welcome to Hello Students. As you know, our show is passionate about talking about all the problems that students face, especially in their pursuit of academic glory. Today, I'm not going to have a guest with me. Today, I have a co-host with me. And she's in the... No, let me allow her to introduce herself because, I mean. She's an icon herself, so...
I'm already blushing. Okay, so my name is Jessica Tiwa Safo. You can call me Mami Tiwa. And as she said, I'm the co-show host. And today, we don't have a guest. It's just a very friendly discussion.
Yeah, today's two girls just talking about the world's problems. Classy girls. Sorry. So, for those of you who don't know, my name is Emanuela Jima, and I'm usually your host for Hello Students. Right, so if you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. So today's discussion is going to be very simple. We're going to talk about education and the kind of influence it has on the job market. So, is education really the pathway to finding employment, or is there other alternatives? What exactly is this whole story about? And that's what we're going to be discussing today. Like she said, today is going to be a discussion between two classy girls.
Exactly.
So Jessica, thank you so much for joining me today. So education. Do you think that education is very important when it comes to finding work or finding employment?
Okay, so thank you very much. I would like to thank the viewers. And as she said, if you haven't subscribed, kindly do and give us a thumbs up. So yes, I believe education is a gateway in finding a job, especially now in our recent economy. People would say that education isn't really important, but I 100% believe education is important. So let's take an illiterate that can't read, that can't write, who's going to search for a job. Even those with first class and masters and all of that.
Illiterates are really unemployed.
Oh, exactly. They are unemployed. And someone that hasn't been to school or probably hasn't attained that level of, or the highest level of education, it's going to be very hard to get a job without education.
Yeah. Well, you see, that I think that's where my opinion differs. I don't think education should solely be about finding employment. I think it's growth, right? So if you have employment as a nurse and you want to further education, it shouldn't be because you want to be promoted as just a nurse. I think it should be because you want to grow as an individual. But I think that's what our socialization doesn't teach us, right? We are socialized to go and understand that, you need to find you need to continue education, you need to finish SHS and go to university because you need to come out and find work. It doesn't teach us to grow like as part of our education, and I think that's quite problematic. But let's talk about the job market, right? Do you think most of the people in school right now know what kind of job areas they are going into after education?
Honestly, I even think that some people in school, they don't even know what their course entails. Yes, because I know some people that will be like, yeah, I'm in school, I'm back at right? If I said the keke, I'll be person back Legon, person me call university, and nothing that we call school. You get it?
Yeah.
So yes, it's not everyone that knows exactly what they are doing. I mean, some people study, let's say, medicine in school, and probably they might divert and do something else. So it depends on your interest or probably how the economy is moving, and then the demands that the country has as of now.
Yeah.
Okay, so now technology is very high. So sorry to say, but you can't use drondology in our modern a country. Let me put it that way. So people can divert, people can change their minds and do something else. And it depends on where your interest lies too. Yes. Some people don't really have passion for what they do. They're doing it because probably their parents want them to do it, or probably because they have the perception that there's money in whatever area they are doing it. You get it? So
I mean, I think that's one thing I find very problematic. Doing something that you don't have passion for.
Exactly.
I think we should approach education with the same way we approach things like relationships and marriage. If you are getting into a long-time commitment, because trust me, 4 years is not like it's not easy. Committing 4 years.
People even go 6 years, 7 years,
7:30 class, 5:30 class. Oh my god! And you're committing 4 years of this life, and you're just doing it because I don't know. There has to be passion because I feel like it's not like I'm saying. It's not about finding just a job after school, right? It's about what you want as a person, your growth as an individual. So if I'm choosing odontology because I want to do odontology, and then my mom says, "Oh, do medicine." My dad is like, "Oh, you're medicine. Everybody, you're fine. Like, there's no doctor, we need a doctor." And I'm doing like medicine because of that. I feel like I should sit down as an individual and understand that it's going to help me. So I should love it.
In your case, education also comes in because we don't just have the education we are talking about, as in the structured education that we go to class, the lecturer come and teach. We also have informal education where socialization also comes in because your parents also teach you. I mean, some people don't go to school, but then in the end, what they learn from home, they take it to practice. Now there's internet. You can learn how to cook on YouTube. Honestly, I learned how to cook on YouTube. And I can say, well, I'm in best cook. You get it. So it's not necessarily what education comes in here in a sense that your parents also teach you basic things like morals, attitude, and all of that. How you socialize, you get it. So it doesn't necessarily have to be you going to school to get something. I mean, and even now they are saying that there are no jobs in the country. So if you sit home, or if someone prefers sitting home and then probably learning how to cook or how to crochet or even braid on YouTube, if a student braided this for me, she could have just decided to stay home and then just do it and get her money. But then why is she in school? She has a purpose for being in school because probably she wants to attain something higher. You get it. So it depends on the individual.
Right. So I think it all boils down to personal preferences and the kind of socialization we have going on, right? Because and I think we're way past the age where parents have to force a particular course or career path on their children. Because if you're saying everybody should go to the medical field, it's already full, right? There's only so much one person can do that will make her so big in the field.
That doctors are missing class. Our doctors are missing
and pharmacists are missing class, right? I mean,
exactly.
You know, I have a friend who does pharmacy, and then sometimes I see him, I'm like, "Hey, you didn't go to class today." He's like, "You did. Don't go and better take care of yourself." Because I mean, right? You see all these things because there's no passion for it. Because I think we've been taught that ni na go school na be way. So you're not thinking of it as in what can I actually do to impact the world, right? So I'm doing psychology, and then I get a few people asking me, "Why are you doing psychology?" Because I tell people, "Oh, I want to come and do law later." They're like, "Why not start with law? Why start with psychology?" And I'm like, the kind of impact I want to create in the world. I don't want to be a lawyer because I want to earn money. I want to be a lawyer because I actually want to cause change, right? So I feel like getting to know the mindset of people, how they think and how they interact with society would be a very good stepping stone. And I'm probably like, "Hey, I'm not you see, so that kind of socialization going on, I think is very problematic.
And even thinking about the number of years you have to spend, because like you said, you want to be a lawyer after psychology 4 years, you have to go and do postgraduate. Then from there, Makola. It's like you said, it all boils down to how you were brought up, the kind of people that you grew up with, the peers, especially if you're in school, the kind of peers that, because someone will be doing law and you would want to be a lawyer, and the person would be like, I didn't know, you get it.
Yeah.
Political science, what they call it, psychology, what they call it. I don't want to try and answer in your law. It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
I mean, the pressure is getting worse sometimes.
You know, but let's come back to the job market. Like you said, at every point in the economy, I think the economy demands something of its population. So let's take it back in history, right? So after World War II, in America, like this, the government started giving incentive to have more children because they realized there were no more children in the economy. And Ghana has the most youthful population in Africa.
Exactly.
Right? So with the kind of economy that we have and the fact that everybody is, should I say, geared towards technology, do you think that parents need to take a step back and reevaluate the kind of career courses that they want their children to take? So instead of saying, oh, you should be a lawyer, oh, you should be a doctor, maybe you should go into technology, or you should be, say, a photographer, or something in the creatives, right? Because I think that is getting more cost. Do you think we should do that?
Okay. The question here is, if all parents are to decide that I want my children to be probably IT technicians, or let me put it that way, IT technicians, how many people are we going to get in the other fields?
Yeah.
In as much as, yes, there is a high demand for technology in our modern world, think of the other parts of the career choices that people make. Medicine, law, even farming.
Yeah.
People don't take that into consideration, but then it's really, really, really important, because global warming is taking over. And then our soil, the kind of fertilizer and stuff we use, it's really bad. So not just, yes, you are right, but then not just parents considering children doing IT or maybe everything technology, but then considering the other career paths. How is it going to impact? In the end, it's all about impact. It doesn't matter if you're an IT technician and in the end you can't even fix a computer.
Yeah.
You get it? You don't even know what Microsoft does. You can't even operate an Excel.
Oh, don't be talking about Excel now.
Then what is the use? What is the I'm sorry. What is the use of you doing IT?
Yeah,
you get it?
I really do.
So the impact in the end, the impact you are going to make in the world now, that is supposed to be the main focus. Not everyone can do IT. Trust me. Not everyone can do medicine. People don't have the head for that.
Yeah.
You've heard stories of parents forcing their children to do medicine. The kid went to school 7 years, and in the end, so I think it's one way or the other. It's supposed to be the child's choice, and then yes, considering a bit of parents' advice, but then basically it's supposed to be the child's choice. Yes.
Right, so lovely viewers, we're still talking about education and whether or not it's about finding employment after school or personal development and everything about that, right? So let's come back to the courses. So I think that there is so much that needs to be done when it comes to educating people about the kind of courses they choose in university, right? So the only thing that is very plain is that if you do law, you're going to be a lawyer. If you do medicine, you're going to be a medical doctor. If you do pharmacy, you're going to pharmacy. But when you take the other courses like biochem, like food science, like maths, like statistics, like psychology, like Swahili, like Chinese, right? People choose these courses and they don't necessarily know the career path to go after that. Do you agree with me when I say that there's a lot of education that needs to be put in, especially in our high school levels, when it comes to these things?
Okay, so let me use this opportunity since you've asked. Rotary is actually organizing a career fair in senior high schools. So one of them actually opened up to me and was like, oh, she wants to organize this event in my school, that's local senior high school, which will be talking about this, because I mean, my school is not any A school. Some of them, they just want to finish and get married. Exactly. They don't know how important education is to them. Trust me, I was in school for 4 years and people didn't even know that Legon even offered law. People didn't know anything about universities. They just wanted to finish and then go. Some are even married, some are giving birth. I mean, it's perfectly their choice. I'm not judgmental, not at all. But then, one way or the other, let's look at it this way. I speak to some of these, my juniors, some of them even come to me and they're like, so Jessica, I don't know what to do after school. I want to do law, but then I'm doing business. It doesn't really matter. Trust me, I know an Accra student that did medicine and now he's a lawyer, like a top-notch lawyer. I even wish I could, get it, but now he has some. It's really problematic because people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
That is it. Yeah. They don't know what they want.
So I think it would all boil down to like going back and educating the youth on
exactly.
how important all these decisions are. Right? Now,
But even now, with these events or summits that are organized, people go there for item 13.
I was about to say just that.
People go there for
there's an
item 13.
actual WhatsApp page for no, it's serious. At first, the very first email that I actually read from the council and guidance was like, there's a summit here and here about this and this and this. Item 13 is free assured. And when I read that, I started like, how sad is it that you'd have to incentivize university students to come for summit because they're going to get drink and meat?
And some even, it's like, I don't know if they time it. Some come exactly when they close, and then it's just item 30 they come for.
Now they say that item 30 is a natural human right.
Goodness.
It's a right. There's a whole WhatsApp page, right? I think it's sad that we don't understand that the classes and the lectures are not enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
All these summits, all these entrepreneurial skills, all these scale-up things that's the current
workshops and all of that.
Oh my God.
Very important.
Very necessary. Networking is so necessary when it comes to growing as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have first class, because you're not the valedictorian, right?
Exactly.
You have first class, I have first class, he has first, everybody has first class. What makes you so different from the next person? Why should a company see you with 3.5 or 3.9 when the other person who has 3.9 employ you? It all comes down to networking, right? It all comes down to all these skills that you have that are different. So you were general secretary, so you were SRC president, so you involved yourself, JCR staff, right? All these things are necessary, but we don't realize it. We don't realize that all these seminars, that little certificate you have, that woman you met that was, say, CEO of something, that one phone call could do a lot for you.
I tell you. And I have a personal experience, so I'm really involved in student leadership. I wouldn't say politics, but then politics, diplomacy, and all of that. And trust me, I have been to summits and workshops thinking that, may call keke. But the impact it made on my life. Recently, we went for one, the extraordinary lady summit.
Yeah.
And I met Mama Sewa, let me name her that way. So she's the general manager for Napo group of company. It's a hotel.
Yeah.
And trust me, she has come out of a severe mental disorder. And it was a motivation. You wouldn't see her and think that this lady has been through all this. The CEO of Vodafone was there. We had other people coming in. Yeah. And it made an impact in my life. Like, hey, if this person has been able to come out to do this, then who am I? What can't I do?
Yeah.
But then people don't see, even words like quotes. People say, motivational speakers. Trust me, it really makes impact in lives.
I think
does.
That's what we fail to see.
Mm-hmm.
But then, last question before you give us some final submission, and then we end this. When it comes down to it, should you come to priorities? Do you think that education is the only pathway to find it, or education is like the only way, or say the only essence of education is finding employment? Or do you think that when it comes down to it, we need to prioritize personal growth as part of education?
Okay, so I think it goes both ways. Okay, so education is important. Trust me, it's very important. You can't say you want to be a lawyer and not go to school.
There's that.
Even these legal terms will blow your head off.
Yeah.
You can't say you want to do medicine. Even those words, the medicine, the stuff they write, you can't read it. So education is very important. In as much as you attain the education you need, you also have to attain skills. Yes. Because now they are saying that there are no jobs, which I think is a lie. There are no jobs in the country. There are no jobs in the country. So you have to gain some skills. Yeah. And trust me, I think students or the youth, they are really doing well, because now I see a lot of flyers. Hey, like I said, the student graded this for me, and see how I get it. So yes, it's really important. Education, getting skills, and it goes sideways, like I said earlier. So it depends on you, the individual. I mean, you can have personal growth on your own, not necessarily someone telling you what to do guiding you, or do this, do that. You know what is right and wrong. and you know that if I do this, I'm not going to be successful, or if I do this, I'm not. And I think prayer too is important.
Yeah.
Adding prayer to it, and then networking, meeting people, talking to them. Trust me, even the person sitting next by you. I have someone that I met at an event. The person, he sat next by me at the event, and after that, like, oh, hello, hi, I'm this, I'm that, just to contact, and he makes my flyers for me for free. People go and pay others huge sum of money for flyers. He does my flyers, printing and everything for me. So this is the importance of education, networking, and it shouldn't be underestimated. Trust me. So yeah, education is really, really important.
Too, I'll take the boys' number because we have a few flyers I want to.
Don't worry.
But so guys, basically what we're telling you today on the Hello Students program is very simple. Education is very important in finding employment, yes. But you need to understand that your personal growth is equally as important. So when you're coming to school, don't come to school because you think you want to be a lawyer and law is the only the degree and you come for it and that is it. Understand that you need to grow as a person. So attend the seminars, attend the summits, not just for item 30, we beg you. We know that it's a human right, but we beg you. Attend these programs, attend the leadership workshops and all these things, right? Involve yourself in getting to know people. Involve yourself in student politics if that is what you want, if that's the career path you want to take. Either way,
shift this in. Even with the personal growth, sometimes even the way these guests or guest speakers speak can transform your life.
Definitely.
People don't get the importance of it, but it's really, really important.
Emotional.
Exactly.
But guys, basically that's what we're saying, right? Everything is important, especially to your personal development. You can only be the best version of yourself if academically, emotionally, financially, spiritually, and psychologically you grow as a person. And that is the only way you can grow as a person. So Jessica, any last submissions before we end today's show?
Okay, so once again, I would like to thank my viewers for staying with us. And the only thing I would like to say is education is important. Networking is very, very, very important. Trust me, if you go for these events, even the person sitting in front of you, even the person serving the water or the item 13 that you went there for, put that in the number. You don't know the impact the person is going to make in their life.
Maybe they'll make you up for the next program and for the next item 13.
Exactly. The person knows someone. It's really, really important. And even there's this notion that who do you know or who knows you. It's very important. So guys, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessica. So to end it all, like I said, we need to involve ourselves in a lot of things. If you are in the University of Ghana, let me do an ad, a free ad. My producer will kill me, but I'm doing a free ad, right? Please join the Debate Society.
Yeah.
Both of us are members of the society, and I can tell you that it has been crucial to our growth as individuals. Oh my God. It has been crucial to our growth as individuals, and it is very essential. All these things help you to grow. So today, Hello Student is telling you that as you pick up your form to register for the next seminar, as you go online to search for where the next item 13 is, when you sit in that room, please do not just wait for the server to bring you that malt and inspire. Listen to what the speakers have to say. Talk to the next person close to you. Education is not just about finding employment. It's about growing yourself. Thank you very much for joining us today. Please like our video, subscribe, and follow us. And of course, share. Share to your friends and spread the good news. Spread the Hello Students Gospel. Thank you so much. My name is Emanuela Jima.
And your co-host, Jessica Tiwa Safo.
And it's been amazing having you.